Center, Kadiri. So today we are going to discuss about what is the types of chemical bonds. Types of chemical bonds. So already we know that what is made by chemical bond. Chemical bond. So chemical bond is nothing but, so when the two atoms they are trying to, so yes, nearer, yes, come to closer. So what will happen? There should be a attractional force will be developed. So the attractional force between the two atoms, that is called what is chemical bond. Chemical bond. Yes. So generally there are two types, mainly two types of chemical bonds we will observe. That is, so one is ionic bond, or that is ionic bond, and then next one is covalent bond. Covalent bond. So ionic bond is formed by the transfer of electrons, or that is transfer of electrons. So ionic bond is formed by the transfer of electrons. So for example, if you take sodium chloride, so when already we know that the atomic number of sodium is 11, atomic number of chlorine is 17. Atomic number of sodium is sodium 11, chlorine 17. So already we discussed that. So the for the sodium outermost cell, how many electrons are there? So if you how will write that electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, and then 3s1. 3s1. So that means, so for the sodium, it consists of, in first cell how many? 2 electrons. In the second cell 8 electrons. Third cell 1 electron. So then what is meant by octet structure? So if any atom, it consists how many electrons? 8 electrons in their outermost cell, then automatically they will gain that octet structure, and finally they will get the stability. Is it or not? So then even we are also studying for to get the what? Stability in our life, to getting a good job with a salary. So here also all that atoms they are tries to get that what stability by gaining the octet structure. So how many? It may be what? So sometimes they may losses electrons, and sometimes they may gains the electrons. So by losing or gaining the electrons, automatically they will get that what? Octet structure, and finally they will get the stability. Is it or not? Yes. And if you talk about the chlorine, then electronic configuration all right, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, and 3p5. So here for the sodium, the outermost shell is 3s1, and here 3s2, 3p5. So for the sodium, the outermost cell, it consists of 1 electron. For the chlorine, there is only 7 electrons. So that means, so then this, to get the stability, the sodium, it is try to lose 1 electron. At the same time, the chlorine, it will gain that electron. Yes. So finally, both the sodium and the chlorine, they will gain the octet structure. Octet structure. So that already we know that. So during this ionic bond, so Na, it will becomes Na plus, and Cl, it will becomes what? Cl minus. So that means during the ionic bond formation, we will observe that ions are formed. Ions are formed. So that is, this is called what is ionic bond. Ionic bond. So ionic bond is formed due to transfer of electrons. Transfer of electrons. And if you take the one more example, the formation of calcium oxide. Calcium oxide. So calcium oxide, this is also simply, so here during this calcium oxide formation, we will observe that the calcium, it will becomes what? Ca2 plus, and oxygen, it will becomes O2 minus. O2 minus. That means here also 2 electrons, it transfers from calcium atom to oxygen atom. Calcium oxygen, that is calcium to oxygen. So that And this is what next we are talking about. What is this? Is the covalent bond. So while we are talking about the covalent bond, so the covalent bond, it is formed by when the what is sharing of electrons. Sharing of electrons. So sometimes there is not possible to transfer the electrons from one atom to another atom. So that is why, so they what they will do. So that atoms they will share, yes, sharing of electrons. Due to sharing of electrons, the covalent bond is formed. So here oxygen, but this is oxygen. So O2 formation, example is what? The formation of O2 and F2, Cl2. All these are example for this covalent bond. Covalent bond. So here in the case of oxygen, you will observe that here, so this oxygen, it consists of how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in their outermost shell. And second same oxygen also, it consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So here also, so then to get the octet structure, it lack of 2 electrons, this oxygen, and even this oxygen also have lack of how many? 2 electrons. So if 2 electrons, it is ready to take 2 electrons. But in this case, this is not possible to transfer that electrons. Why? Because of if one oxygen, it will give the 2 electrons. So then this will be, second will be satisfied, but the first will, it will not satisfy that octet structure. Octet structure, yes. So that is why then what will they simply, so this one oxygen, it will gives 1 electron, and the next one also gives the one more electron, one more electron. So now this electron pair, and again this is also one more electron give one more, this atom oxygen, it will give one more, then second one also, then it will give one more electron. So these forms one more electron pair. Electron pair. Now, so these 2 electron pairs equally shared by the, yes, equally shared by the 2 atoms. So that is why this is called, what type of bond it is? Covalent bond. Covalent bond. So covalent bond is formed due to sharing of electrons, and already we discussed that. So ionic bond is formed by transfer of electrons, and there is one more type of bond is there, that is coordination. What that is? Coordination covalent bond. So in the case of coordination covalent bond, so the example is what? For so ammonia and boron trifluoride. So already we know that. So this ammonia, it consists of 1 electron pair, but boron trifluoride consists of empty orbital. So that means in the case of coordination covalent bond, so only one molecule it is giving the electron pair, but the second molecule it is not giving any electron pair, but it having the only empty orbital. So that these 2 molecules, that electron pair equally shared. Yes, this is called what is coordination covalent bond. So the difference between covalent bond to coordination covalent bond is, so in the case of covalent bond, 2 atoms, there is a contribution is there. So each atom is giving one electron, there is a contribution. But here, so only one molecule is giving, another one is not giving any electron. So that, but finally that electron pair is equally shared by the 2 molecules. This is called what is coordination covalent bond. So already I have given one example also. So what is that example? So for example, so to explain all these things, so we have see, for example, there is a 8 rupees, the pen, the cost of pen is how much? 8. Yes, the cost of pen is how much? 8 rupees. There is a what? So 2 persons like AB and then CD and then EF. So you see, so for example, if a person having the 10 rupees and the B person having only 6 rupees. So already we discussed that the cost of pen is 8 rupees. So that the 8 will give 2 rupees to the B, so that both the 2 persons, they will get the pens and they will use the pens separately. Then if you take the second example, so C person having the 4 rupees and D person also having the same 4 rupees. Now what they will do? So they will share. Yes. So by mixing of these 4 rupees and 4 rupees, and they will get one pen, and but they will share that pen equally. Yes. And then you see here. So then in the last example, there is a empty, that is E rupee, that is the person E having 0 rupees and F having the 8 rupees. Now what the FL tells? So you don't bother, have the 8 rupees, shares. So they already discussed that what this is the what? Classmate. What that is? Classmate. And this is friend. And this is what? Best friend. Best friend. So that means, so classmate only, there is only transferring of electrons. But the friend, there is a what? Sharing of that. Yes. But the best friend. So if one that doesn't have the money, but the best friend, it will what gives the money, so that they will share that equally. So this is why discuss when the case of what that is. This is the ionic bond. Ionic bond. And this is what? Covalent bond. And this is coordination covalent bond. So this is about what? So the example simply it will denote that what is. So in our what class also there is a classmate and friend and best friend. So in the case of classmate, there is only transferring of money, yes. But here the ionic bond is formed due to transfer of electrons. But this is what? Covalent bond. There is a sharing of electrons. And this is what? Coordination covalent bond. Only one friend is giving what? At 8 rupees. That the next one is simply not giving any money. But that pen it is equally shared. So this is about what is the 3 types of chemical bonds. Okay, understand? Sir, okay. ఖచ్చితంగా అందరూ తెలుసుకోవాల్సినటువంటి విషయం ఏంటంటే ముఖ్యంగా 10వ తరగతి పిల్లలు, సో మనకు మోక్షిత ట్యుటోరియల్స్ అని చెప్పి ఎల్ఐసి బ్యాక్ సైడ్ చాలా ఎన్నో సంవత్సరాల అనుభవం ఉన్నటువంటి సో టీచర్స్ ఉన్నారు మన దగ్గర. ఖచ్చితంగా ఈ యొక్క అవకాశాన్ని సద్వినియోగం చేసుకోవాల్సిందిగా కూర్చున్నాం అన్నమాట. ఓకే.